Brian Shaw said after that first game was he wanted to see Jalen Green settle in a little bit, said he felt like he was pressing. So also looking for adjustments for Green, letting him or watching him allow the game to come to him a little bit more today.
Extra pass to Simpson, and Oklahoma City still scoreless. And a lot of their misses have been well off the mark. Into Kuminga, the pump fake, staying with it, but it's tapped out by Alexei Pokushevsky, and it's controlled there by Chasen Randall. Wanted Brown, disrupted. Hall runs the floor, found by Green, and this is Brandon Ashley trying to clean it up, but he'll kick it out for a three-point trigger by Jonathan Kuminga that does not hit iron.
Now it's going to be challenging for Ignite to get shots at the rim in the half court because Moses Brown has some length to him.
Kuminga not deterred by his miss earlier in that possession, and he makes it 7-0. Battle between a couple of teams coming off of wins in the last 2 days. That's Antonius Cleveland putting Oklahoma City on the board.
Yeah, both teams won their first game in very different ways. Oklahoma City was fantastic on the defensive end, and I thought Ignite made some plays down the stretch, in particular Jarrett Jack, who was exceptional in his shooting, very efficient in game one, and made some plays to stretch it out.
Oklahoma City 118-84 victory against Salt Lake City yesterday. Very rare do you see a team in the G League not eclipse 100 points. Pokushevsky, a quick trigger. That's off target for the Serbian. Ashley will try straight away. That's a brick. Dante Hall, and now Kuminga. Moses Brown rebounds it, deflected out of bounds, and Simpson was wise not to put a hand on it near the sideline. Each team will play 15 games over 25 days. Oklahoma City on a back-to-back. Ignite played on Wednesday. Good pass and a better block, except that Ashley got charged with the foul.
Boy, Ashley is such a physical player. Love the way he uses his body, but Pokushevsky gets into the lane, drops it to Moses Brown. Again, he's 7'2", and I thought he did a nice job in game one of finishing there, but Ashley did get some of the body, hence the free throws for Brown.
So G League free throw rule through the first 46 minutes. You're only shooting one free throw. That could be worth 1, 2, or 3 points, depending on the situation. On one end, we saw Moses Brown shoot one free throw for 2, and now on the other end, Jalen Green fouled in the act of shooting. He will shoot one free throw worth 2 for his squad.
I mean, obviously, David, the 1 is fine. I can deal with the 2. The 3 is where I have a bit of a problem. When you get 3 points for one made free throw, I don't know about that ratio. Not sitting too well for me.
Maybe it should be a gradual scale. You shoot 1 for 2, and then you shoot 2 for 3, something like that.
2 for 3. I like that. I like that.
Each worth 1.5. Not so good.
Yeah. Good
Xavier
ball
Simpson
movement there.
Jack walked by Simpson. He'll pull up. It's the side of the backboard. Another offensive rebound for Ignite.
Looking at that last possession, good ball movement here. Little handoff action. Pokushevsky keeps the ball moving to an open shooter. Perimeter there, gets it to go.
Already 6 offensive rebounds for Ignite.
And something to keep your eye on this end of the floor is Oklahoma City is switching on some of their screens. They did it on Green on the last possession. I'd love to see Green attack the post player when he gets an opportunity.
That play started with Cleveland getting the deflection, and it ends with him sticking it back in.
Yeah, Coach Gibbs made it very clear that the one thing they are hanging their hat on in Oklahoma City this season is on the defensive end. And so he came into this game with the mindset of, we want to slow down this Ignite team. Everyone's excited to see their offense. Well, they want to shut it down with their defensive intensity.
Chasen Randall open from the corner. Rebounded by Hall. First lead of the game for Oklahoma City in the early stages. Jarek uses the Hall screen to get into the paint. Too strong off the window, but it was last touched by the Blue. Oklahoma City enjoying a 2-point lead over Ignite. And this, in essence, is what the G League hoped to create, a place for elite prospects to play instead of a one-and-done college career. Become a professional right away and learn under some great tutelage at the pro level before heading to the NBA draft.
And just what a great opportunity that the NBA has provided for these guys. I mean, think about how much more pro-ready they will be in the NBA, having already gone pro with the G League and really experienced the physicality, the quickness of the game. Learning some of the NBA schemes in advance. I mean, when you think about what the college guys are getting on the other end of things, they're learning totally different systems and obviously not playing pros. So really exciting to see how this plays out for these young guys.
And really, when you look at the mock draft, the top 5, they're all freshmen. And 3 of the freshmen decided to go to college, 2 of them to Ignite and become pros. And this is the pro path and the select contracts, just an alternative, and really in its second year becoming popular.
Yeah, and I think it will become even more popular, especially, I mean, if Green and Kuminga, settle into their NBA careers right away, you will have a lot more young guys.
Foul underneath on the entry pass. Ignite scored the game's first 7 points. Oklahoma City countered with 9 in a row. And Ignite scoring out of the break to tie it.
Quite a few turnovers so far in this game. 8 between the two teams. So I'm sure these coaches would want them to settle in. And you want to give some credit to the defense, but you also got to take good care of the ball and not give away offense from your miscues.
Amir Johnson, Reggie Hearn, and Dacian Nix for Ignite checking in. Reggie Hearn, another offensive rebound. That's 7 for Ignite in the opening 7 minutes. But another turnover, as LaChina noted, there have been quite a few so far. Paint touch for Omer Yurtseven, and the bucket for Oklahoma City. Pull up Green, this time he knocks it down.
Yeah, that was the decision I was looking for from Green, as that post player comes up on a switch, another easy one in the paint for Oklahoma City. But when Green gets that switch, that time he pulled up, but he also had an opportunity to beat that second layer of defender, that slower interior, post players, slower defender to the rim. So good to see him make a decision that time.
Yurtseven misses badly. This is Reggie Hearn, longtime G League vet. Last played for South Bay. Ashley a little out of control, and it's cleared by Yurtseven. Pokushevsky, a couple of pump fakes and a couple of misses. Nix has replaced Jack at the point guard spot. Throws to the rim, and there is Green on the curl, high above the iron.
Boy, what a target with Green. getting up there to the rim. It's almost looked like Nix could have shot that, and Green was just so perfect in getting there at the right time to flush it. Nix comes into the game, and right away you see his vision. Brian Shaw calls him an old school point guard, but Green getting up. He's got incredible bunnies. Look at the spring, the catch, well above the rim on the finish.
As you mentioned, Brian Shaw, the head coach of Ignite, when speaking about Nix, the point guard, just thinking that he's a gamer, somebody that really shows up during the action, as Hearn has made his living in the mid-range as a strong shooter. Ty Jerome has checked in, a nice look-away bounce pass to the baseline, and the finish for Rob Edwards.
And nobody home in the paint once again for Ignite. They have got to figure out a way not to give away as many high percentage shots as they have at the rim in some of these offensive possessions.
Nix took it in, couldn't finish. Oklahoma City on the break with 5 reserves out on the floor, and one of them, Melvin Frazier Jr., lost it out of bounds. Tight first quarter and a low-scoring one in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Deadlocked at 15. Austin, and then Ignite back in action on Wednesday against Erie. For more on these games, please go to NBAGleague.com or visit the NBA G League app.
You know, Dave, it's great to see Ignite getting this television time, because the college guys have been getting their TV time all season. So, you know, even though these young guys decided not to go the college route, now they're getting their exposure and getting their chance to show what they can do.
Yeah, they reported to Walnut Creek, their headquarters in California, in the late summer. It's going to be Isaiah Todd that heads to the free throw line. It took a while because of protocols for them to even get into a scrimmage environment. And then they got to play some different competition made up of G Leaguers in December. But in terms of real game action, it took months. And even after arriving to the single site in late January, they had to wait until February 10th to tip things off.
And even with that, some of their teammates did not join until even up to a month ago. Jared Jack I spoke to yesterday, and he's one. He said, I've been with these guys about a month. So, you know, even though some of the NBA draft prospects were together, this team is still figuring things out and still gelling quite a bit.